conference finale for the regular season. Tonight we're coming in 4 points behind Felix Bach. The unique thing about this racetrack is we have heat race points along with the feature points, so it gets pretty complicated. Everybody's asking us, so where do you need to finish? Well, we need to win, and then we need a little bit of a gap because it's 2 points per position in the feature, and I think it's 1 point in the heat race. So we gotta finish ahead of them. That's all. And it's once it's all done, we can add it up and figure it out. But the best thing we can do is just try to win the heat and win the feature. To be honest, this year it's been harder to win the heats. A lot of times the track's a little tackier. It's not as wide early in the night to get through to get those points. The feature usually gets really wide and it's a lot of fun, but a lot of times me and Felix have finished 1-2, so you don't gain a lot of points that way. So I'm thinking that the heat race is going to be kind of critical tonight. We're putting our best foot forward and we'll just go out and try to win the best we can.
Please make sure that just give respect.
We won championship at Albany, and this will be back-to-back if we get this, and it'll be really exciting and fun.
How'd we do?
7.
Not good.
It's that freaking ramp or whatever on 1.
Felt good. But
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Plants, we don't have heat cycle tagging on it, right?
why didn't it say that on the first screen?
Third lap. Everybody must have passed. And,
So it says best lap 17-0.
yeah, but I don't know.
So it didn't count it.
No, they
Oh.
don't count. They only count the first
Oh.
2. They don't count the last.
So that's closer to what he's
Yeah.
running. So I was thinking we might need more gear. So we're a little off the pace in hot laps. So we've been watching the racetrack, trying to see what it's going to do, and they're working on a hole in turn 1, and the rest of the track is the same. It's drying out quite a bit, so I'm expecting it to be kind of slick for the heat race, which is good because they've been kind of heavy, so hopefully that allows us to get to the front. But we got a good car, so hopefully we're hooked up. Hopefully we got speed, because we're gonna need it.
The driver that tails him in the standings, starting 6th, driving out of Elizabethtown in the Adirondack Auto, Huddig Nissan, Adirondack Chevrolet, Marcella's Appliance Center entry. That is Mike Mahaney, looking to pick up his 2nd consecutive Dirt Car 358 Modified Championship of the Airborne Park Speedway tonight. So
And with heat points on the line, we'll keep our eye at the front as well as the 91 and 35. Their finish in this qualifier will impact what both drivers need to do in their feature event.
Tyler Atkins was slated to start 7th. We do not see him, so tough night so far for the Atkins boys. As we get ready to go to green in heat race number 2. Down into turn number 1 for the first time. It is Woodruff on the bottom. Foley trying to make inroads up high, but it is going to be Matt Woodruff launching off corner number 2 down the back straightaway with the lead. Here's Felix Watt to the inside of Danny Gagne. Gagne, the quickest car in practice earlier tonight by 0.2 of a second almost. Right now battling in the pack. Woodruff leading the way. Hang on, he gets crossed up, and Felix Watt has quickly made his way into second spot. 5 points to win the heat race, 4 points for second, 3 for third, 2 to finish fourth, and 1 point for everybody else. Mahaney goes to the whip now. He's up on the outside, laying under trouble. Jeremy Waugh gets into one of the implement tires, and that is going to bring out the yellow. Getting ready to come back to the green flag in the Hebert's Lawn Care and Landscaping Go Green Zone. Woodruff on the inside, Waugh on the outside, and we are back to it. Down into turn number 1, Felix is going to give it a shot in the middle of the racetrack. He will take the lead momentarily. Yellow lights staying out here, no start situation. That is the Hebert's Lawn Care and Landscaping Go Green Zone. We are back to it. Down into turn number 1, Woodruff trying to keep pace with Waugh. Waugh trying to take the lead away. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide. There goes Mahaney. Down to the bottom, he's able to get by Foley and Jeremy Waugh. Now set his sights on Danny Gagne. So Mike Mahaney on the move now, trying to keep pace with your leader, Felix Waugh. Mahaney goes to the top side to try to get around the machine gun. He has got to run up to the top lane, and now he will try to find a way by Woodruff. Woodruff goes down to the bottom. No, he goes up to the racetrack on the top side. Mahaney trying to get down low, but it is going to be Woodruff holding him off. Mahaney will go up to the top of turns number 1 and 2. Up the racetrack, Mahaney trying to build a run around the outside of Woodruff. Where does Woodruff go this time? He is to the bottom and he drifts up towards the top, but Mahaney will sneak around him at the halfway point. Felix is the leader, but Mahaney right there for second.
Now he's got a clear track to try to chase him down. Mahaney's been working a top line through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It's in his hand right now, and here comes Felix Waugh. He will win qualifier number 2. Finishing in second will be Mike Mahaney. 5 points will be the deficit for Mahaney in the feature event tonight.
So we started 6th in the heat and got to 2nd. It was full of activity. Needed to win it for points. Lost some more points there in the heat race. So Felix got to the lead quicker than I could get to the front, and he actually had it was probably like a 1/10 of a second faster on the watch too. So. Yeah, we're digging a hole here, so we gotta try and win the feature, but also we're gonna need a gap in the feature too. If he finishes second, he's still gonna win the championship. So, not gonna let it bother me. Right now, I'm just focused on trying to make sure that we're as fast as we can be and try to win it. That's all we can do. It's one of those things. We've got less cars here tonight. Doesn't really help the situation, and just needed to get it done earlier in the season. So, hoping that things go our way, but right now it's not really up to me. So, just gonna have to go out there and do the best I can.
Danny Gagne and Adam Pearson in row number 2 as they make their way into the Hebert's Lawn Care and Landscaping Go Green Zone. Who's going to win the race? Who's going to win the championship? We're going to find out in 30 laps. The green flag is out. Down to turn number 1 for the first time. It is going to be Woodruff off the bottom, but hang on, he slips off. And there goes Gagne, and there goes Fornwall. Woodruff back to third spot now. Currently the leader is Fornwall. Hang on, Mahaney, Waugh and Waugh together. 3 wide, they went through the west end. Mahaney and Felix Waugh nearly got together as they run. Danny Gagne in the number 2 spot. He was quickest in practice earlier on tonight. Here is Fuller. Fuller exploding up into the 3rd position now. Matt Woodruff having a hard time getting going. He is running the middle, and now he's way up high, and around goes Woodruff, and that's going to bring out the yellow. Getting ready to go back to green. Kenny Marshall waves the green flag, and we're back underway. Down to the turn number 1 they go. Fornwall down on the bottom. Danny Gagne trying to work the middle of the racetrack. Fuller down low. He's got a good run, and he leaps down the back straightaway. So Fuller charging in a second. Here's Camara going to follow him through down low. Further back, Mahaney trying to work the middle to the bottom of the racetrack now. He races with Adam Pearson side by side. They get together down the front straightaway. And now Mahaney will change lanes and try to go up to the top side to get around Jeremy Waugh. Felix Waugh picking up a spot down the back. He gets by Danny Gagne. Mahaney now headed to the top of 3 and 4. That is the money spot of this racetrack for the driver out of Elizabethtown. He works the outside and gets by Jeremy Waugh. Running the outside of 1 and 2 now. He will try to find a way around Danny Gagne. That will be for spot number 5, and he's got a run.
Wow.
And what a run. Mahaney up to 5th, but he's got to beat Felix Waugh by a couple of positions if he wants to bring home another track championship. Further back, Elliott Gamache on the bottom, George Foley on the top. That's a good side-by-side battle just behind Thomas Cook. They're running just around spots 9, 10, and 11 as they work their way around the racetrack. Jordan Fornwall with a good lead right now. 6 laps on the board.
Fornwall's leads about 10 car lengths over Tim Fuller in the 19. Mike Mahaney in the 35 continues to rim ride all the way around the speedway. He is gaining on Felix Waugh. There is not a lot of room, particularly up on the top of 1 and 2. It's a fine line between maintaining the grip. Same thing up in 3 and 4. Just a little mistake, and you're going to jump that, and you're going to be in a whole bunch of trouble. But he is just a car length behind the 91. Felix continues to work the bottom. The 35 of Mahaney continues to rim ride, trying to gain on his rival tonight. They are 1st and 2nd in the point standings, and right now they are running 4th and 5th on the racetrack. Mahaney right up against the wall. The last several laps, he has just been inches away from the wall coming off of turn number 4. Same on the exit of turn number 1. He goes right up to the top of the wall, trying to find any type of grip and speed that he can build. And momentum will take him down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Fornwall puts lap number 9 up on the board. Fuller still about 12 car lengths behind him. Sitting in 3rd, it is the Flash, Dave Camara. 4th is Felix Waugh. 5th is Mike Mahaney. He continues to rim ride all the way around the racetrack, but now he's about 3 car lengths behind Felix, who is sitting in that 4th spot. 10 laps down this time. Jordan Fornwall still in control out front.
Well, after the heat races, Felix Waugh had a 5-point lead over Mike Mahaney. Going into the feature, it's 2 points a spot. So Mahaney's got to finish in front of him by at least 3 positions if he wants to make his way into victory lane, meaning Mahaney has got to find a way to try to go win the race while Waugh is unable to get better than that 4th spot that he currently rides in. So we're continuing to keep our eyes on that. Still plenty of time left as Mahaney now to the outside has kind of shown Felix that he is there. Leaders working through lap traffic. It is Jordan Fornwall getting around Tyler Atkins in the 1T. And there's Mahaney. He blasts around the outside of Hollywood Felix Waugh. And the smooth shoe will now set his sights on Dave Camara and try to track down the rest of your leaders in an effort to win the championship for the 2nd year in a row. Further back outside the top 5, Jeremy Waugh and Danny Gagne doing battle. Fuller has now gotten by the slower car of Tyler Atkins. Trouble, 1 car headed back to the pits. It's the 35T of Thomas Cook. Fornwall all by himself right now in the middle of the racetrack, doing a great job. We normally see the young driver from Bradford, Vermont, ripping the top side. Not necessarily that kind of racetrack tonight. Fornwall's done a nice job of responding to that, rolling around the middle, keeping his momentum up. Halfway down, halfway to go this time by Mahaney has not been able to reel in Dave Camara.
Camara works down on the bottom. Now Mahaney with a pretty good drive off of turn number 2. He's about as close as he's been to Dave Camara, trying to get that spot in 3 and 4. Here is Mike Mahaney up on the outside, trying to get the spot away from Camara at the line. He is now in 3rd. Mike Mahaney has gone to the 3rd spot in the 35, and now he'll try to drive away. You can see the gap that he's got to make up, as it is Tim Fuller next in line.
Elliot Gamache, George Foley, Adam Pearson, Matt Woodruff. As we get ready to go back to green, Kenny Marshall waves the green flag, and we are back to it. Mahaney trying to get by Camara down into turn number 1. Fuller in the middle. Mahaney trying to follow Fornwalt around. Here is Felix Waugh. Waugh gets by Camara. Camara now surging back toward him on the back straightaway. Fuller trying to keep the young Fornwalt pinned down to the bottom. He will do so. And now clear for the lead is Tim Fuller. Felix Waugh trying to make his way around and keep Mike Mahaney in his sights, but Camara trying to pounce and find a way by Waugh. Mahaney on the outside lane. He is going to try to get around the 24 of Jordan Fornwalt. He slides up to the cushion out of turn number 4. Fornwalt's going to keep the spot. Mahaney back to the middle in turns number 1 and 2, trying to keep his momentum up in the 35 car. But Fornwalt continuing to hold him off. And Mahaney right now hoping that Dave Camara can find a way to get back around Felix Waugh if Mahaney can't find a way around Fornwalt and then Fuller. So Mahaney's got to beat him by at least 2 spots.
He's been able to maintain the advantage. Here is Mahaney, one last bid into 3 and 4 for that second position as the white flag is out. 1 lap to go for the 19 of Tim Fuller. Here is Mahaney right up against the wall that time off of turn number 4. Fornwalt continues to hold him off as they make their way around the speedway. The number 19 of Tim Fuller through turns 3 and 4. Checkered flags are out, and it is Tim Fuller for the win. Fuller wins it. The race for second will go to Fornwalt in the 24F. 3rd is Mahaney in the 35. 4th is Felix Waugh.
Not the result we wanted. We ended up 3rd in the feature. I think Felix finished right behind us, so didn't have the gap we needed, and didn't get the win. So we had a pretty decent car for the first half of the feature. Top was there in 3 and 4 for 15-20 laps, and then it kind of blew off over the bank, and there wasn't as much bite up there. Just the way it goes, like tonight was really slick. A few weeks ago it was wicked bitey, and it didn't blow off enough to slow down to where you could pass. And then tonight it kind of blew off too much, and it was hard to keep up with the guys at the bottom when you're all at the top. So the nights this year when the middle was slick and he just put a little bit of water around the outside, we were really good. And nights like tonight we were okay. And we had solid runs either way, but it was a tight battle for the championship. Felix came out on top, so congratulations to their team. And we'll work hard at it and come back next year and hopefully get it then. I can't say I'm not disappointed in myself. I want to win, but I'm super proud of my team. They did everything right. Race cars fast every week. We didn't have any failures this year at this track, and we finished every race and we finished well every week. And it was you had to do really well to beat them. So just want to say thanks to Jake and Lance, our entire team, all the Huddings, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Huddig Nissan, Adirondack Chevrolet, Adirondack Auto, Big Race Products, Marcel's Appliance Center. I want to thank Swift Springs, Strange Oval, Burke, BA Headers. I don't know. I mean, second's not bad, but it hurts when it's this close. So I really want to really want to get the job done when you're that close to a championship, and so excuse me if I'm not my normal self. It's hard to. It's probably one of the hardest things is to lose and then try and still be all right from everyone like they want you to be. So for me, it's just easier to be a little mad for a little while, and then I'll come around and be better. Tonight I'll go home and see my wife and my son, and I'll feel a lot better. So thank you guys all for watching. Appreciate all the support, and we'll go get them at the next race.
He didn't give us a